Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We're going to go over the patch notes. This isn't patch notes, this is the monthly developer notes for the Slime Collab. As you see, the Slime Collab is coming out. It was right, it was Millum, LR Millum actually, and LR Rimuru, the first two LR unknowns, as well as the first LR collaboration characters. But here we go. Basically, this just talks about them having an LR collaboration character, but this is the important bit. So this is them just talking about the current collab. This is basically the future of collaborations. I think this year's collaborations with Grand Cross have been mostly re-releases, yes, but one, of existing popular titles. In 2025, not only will we be able to meet the characters from series that so many people love again, but we also have new collaborations in store, so please look out for them. New collaborations means more than one, means we'll get probably one, if not two reruns next year, and then two new collaborations. What I'm also thinking is that maybe January they've sort of changed into their collaboration month, which is quite good. It means we have 4 collaboration months now, because last year, of course, we had a collaboration in January. That may now be a permanent fixture, so to say. So we could see a new collaboration within January. If not, it'll be April, then August, then October, November time, like what we're seeing right now. Changes to event bosses. Event bosses, basically, you can up the difficulty of them to get more rewards. It's to make it so you have to play it less times, and basically so it becomes less stale. It's a lot easier, and it's just less, I guess, burden on players who have to constantly keep playing it. Diamond Shop, basically nothing. All they're talking about is because this collaboration has so many characters on it. Some people may not have all the materials for them because there's 8 characters, including technically SR Slime Rimuru. They are going to be releasing tons of packs for just character upgrade materials. That includes True Awakening, UR pendants, cosmetic enhancement stuff, all of that will be released in the store, as well as then diamond packs will then be viewed in the special tab in November sometime. But you may have just read something there, but yeah, maybe one of the biggest updates in all of Grand Cross history is going to happen next month, and it will probably change my channel the most, and of course other global YouTubers. It will affect a lot in a positive way, not in a bad way, in a positive way. Increase XP gained using character strengthening pots. Basically, they've buffed all XP pots by 20% because of the constant spam of LRs and URs and basically how common they are now. They've now upped the amount of XP we get from them. So instead of giving I don't know what it is. It's in the JP patch notes. I'll go over the JP patch notes on the patch note day that I normally go on. So Sunday we'll go over all the patch notes, including, of course, all the slime ones, all the reworks. There's been a lot of buffs for the slime characters. All the old ones got buffs. We'll go over LR Rimuru because, of course, he was an existing character that got an LR variant. Millum just doesn't change. The LR Millum, she goes from Dragon Nova Millum to Dragon Nova Millum LR variant with just more CC, which is 76,000, by the way. Absurd. Once again, yeah, we spoke about this. XP pots, yeah, they explain why they've basically redone it, because people may not have enough XP, AP pots for new players, so they want to basically reduce the burden on your newer players, your older players, everyone really playing the game. Expansion to teams, so we currently have 10 team slots and are upping that to 15, which is okay. I think it's so I guess you can have a team for more content. Realistically, you're not going to use 10 anyway. 15 is sort of excessive, but it's okay, I guess. It's not the worst. And now, probably the biggest thing of this update, the global, Korean, and JP server merge. They're all going to become one at the end of November. They said to basically minimize all of the sort of the release dates and everything. They're adjusting the operation speed and current updating of global by 1 week. They're basically going to make it so it's all the same now. Looking back, it wasn't easy to reduce the 1 year gap to 1 week, but it was possible thanks to the efforts not only our development team but the global players. However, the 1 week gap between updates still exists and may feel a bit long to talk about new updates and character growth. Yes, for YouTubers like myself or any global YouTuber, the 1 week gap can sort of either make or break views, sort of thing. So for YouTubers like me, if Estarossa comes out, he's hype on release. 3 days later, he's no longer hype. Well, wow, he's out on global now. Less hype, less views, that sort of stuff. And I guess it's sort of sometimes everyone is now releasing at the same time, which I guess is easier for them. But also in the process, it makes it harder for global players to save. My guess is that with the merge, they'll probably give us either 100 or 300 diamonds as wow, guess what? Now we're all playing on one server. I don't know how that's going to work. PvP basically all content is going to be heavily changed. So all like multiplayer content, so demons, you're going to see JP players, Korean players joining you. Because JP and Korea, they're two own different servers. Now they're all one server. So people who own a JP account and a Korea account, my banner review, there's going to be no point for a banner review because it's going to release. I'll probably still do a banner review on the day of the banner, but it'll be a lot different, and it'll affect my channel probably quite a bit, but not in a bad way. Should hopefully be a good way. But yeah, once again, the unifications of the updates will happen. Will be announced in November. Basically, towards the end of the year, probably next month, the mergers will happen, which will be kind of cool. It'll be quite nice to see all the servers playing together. It does mean PvP may be a little bit harder for a newer player, but it may also be easier as well, only because JP and Korea have a lot of whales, so does Global as well. But if they all merge, once again, it's going to be more players. It might actually be hard for you to push to Champ 1, if, of course, in PvP and Ungeared, mainly because there's going to be a lot more players, and that means you're less likely to verse a bot. But it is good, though, because it means that now you can sort of interact with other people and not feel like you're stuck in this little global bubble where you're sort of behind everyone. Now you're up to date with everyone. But I do feel like they will end up giving us like 100 diamonds or 300 diamonds or something, not as like a you've lost out on a week's worth of diamonds sort of thing. Well, it's not really a week, it's only like a few days, but as a celebration, more like to commemorate the unity of all the servers together. And now, I don't know, Nag can technically now verse myself, or another JP or English YouTuber can now verse someone on the JP edition or the Korean edition, and I guess it just brings a little more variety to the game, which is kind of cool. But yeah, once again, I'm not sure when the update's going to be. My guess is that we'll go to JP to update time, so instead of being Tuesday updates, it'll be Thursday updates, which is okay, I guess. It's not really a big problem to me. I don't really see it as a big problem. It's kind of, maybe it's better for some people. But yeah, that'll be cool to see. But that's it for this monthly developer notes. But it's quite big. Once again, this slime collab is absurd. I was like, it's not going to be that hype. Shion is insane for PvE. Millum, we're not going to talk about Millum because I believe she's going to break the game. She already has. Everyone's like, she's super broken. Her AoE can one-shot a demon team at level 1 with HP defense gear, and they all have HP defense gear. She can one-shot them all because she's super broken. She doesn't rely on unknowns, so she can be used on any team ever, and she's still going to completely wipe the field with them. She is just very broken. And from what I've seen with her kit, and from what we saw in the JP streams, she's not super free-to-play friendly, but free-to-play friendly enough to a point where they definitely had some time. They thought about it, think, okay, let's make her maybe more appealing to the whales, but still very appealing to free-to-play players. I believe she could be insane for Hero Arena, like the high levels of Hero Arena where people are struggling. Millum's got 76k, you bring her with HP defense gear, she absolutely decimates the field. But once again, I'm more content on that when it releases. I'm definitely going to be summoning, 100% I'm summoning. But I'll be making a video on tomorrow. I'll be making a video tomorrow going over the current event outfits, so not the slime ones, but the current ones if they're worth buying, and I'll talk about the slime collab, everything like that when we talk about it as well. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next one. Goodbye.